What's up, guys? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Give me 1 minute. Just trying to get myself organized. Trying to get myself organized, people. All right. So, good morning, everyone. All right, man. I'm not with it today, bro. Just give me 1 minute, guys. I'm still trying to get myself together here. What's going on, Marcus? Happy Friday, man. Appreciate you being here, bro. Byron Gales. What you got, bro? He said FGCU ain't like that. Yeah. I mean, we're going to talk about it. I think that's a very tough game. I'm not going to lie to you. Uh, that's funny, man. I kind of agree with you. It's strength of schedule. That's what it is. Believe me, I looked into it. It's strength of schedule. That's exactly what it is, bro. But who has Bakersfield really played? Go look at FGCU's schedule, bro. They scheduled up this year in non-conference, and that's where the problem lies. I mean, yeah, on paper, looking at record-wise and everything, Bakersfield looks like an easy dub, but this line is short for a reason, and that's my struggle. Like, I don't know, man. We'll see. I'm not betting the game. I agree with you. I'm giving I'm giving let me see what I'm giving here. I'm pretty sure I'm going to give you guys Bakersfield. Yeah, I got Bakersfield written down. But it's a lean, but I do have Bakersfield written down, bro. I think they're the better team. I do. I think hands down they're the better team. The only thing that worries me about Florida Gulf Coast is like I said, they've played some monsters this year. That's why they got an 0-4 record. They really scheduled up this year, but I'm sorry, man. The Roadrunners are the better team. It's just uh this line is screaming Florida Gulf Coast. You got the 0-4 team, right? As it opened up at a 4.5, by the way. So you got to look into that as well. So just there's a lot to take into context with that game, Byron. So just be careful with it, man. Do a small bet or put it into a uh put it into a teaser or something. But I don't know, man. That's a very tough game. This shit opened up at a 4.5. It's now all the way up to a 6.5. So And it's hard for me to believe, Byron, that people are buying into an 0-4 Gulf Coast. So if the public's not buying into Florida Gulf Coast, what does that mean? That means someone with big money bought into Florida Gulf Coast. And that's what worries me, because this line does scream Florida Gulf Coast. But I agree with you. I think Bakersfield is the better team. I just feel like this might be a tough spot for them. But we'll see. I stayed away from it, man. Honestly. Yeah, just play it light, man. Play it light, that's all. But I agree with you. I think Bakersfield is the better team. I agree with you on that. All right. So good morning, everyone. Uh we're about to get started here in a second. We got early games today starting at 11 o'clock. So we did just talk about one of them, Florida Gulf Coast Bakersfield. I told you that's just a really, really tough game. Um, the line's now at a 6.5. I mean, play with it if you want. It's a small lean to Bakersfield, only because I feel like that's where the value is. I think at the end of the day, Bakersfield is the better team. You just got to factor in Florida Gulf Coast strength of schedule. You got to factor in travel for Bakersfield. There's a lot, but at the end of the day, Bakersfield is the better team, and you're getting 6.5 points with them now. The line opened up at 4.5. There's now a lot of value on Bakersfield, so I think you take the points here with Bakersfield. They should be fine. Maybe first half for Bakersfield will probably be the better way to go. They probably come out with their hair on fire here, and they have a size advantage, and like whatchamacallit said, like Byron said, Byron's correct. They do have a rebounding advantage as well. But again, they haven't played nobody. Florida Gulf Coast has played some monsters so far this year. I mean, they got TCU under their belt. They got some guys under their belt, so just be careful with that game. But I do agree with Byron. I do think the value is with Bakersfield. I do think they're the better team. I just don't think this is the best spot for them. Um, all right, so let's just keep it moving, man. We'll get right into it. Yesterday wasn't the best day for me, by the way. I had Jerome Ford for uh for his receiving yards. Man, bro, it looked good. The first play was to him, like, or the second something. He got 8 yards on his first reception, and then just disappeared for the rest of the night. It was a good football game. I'll give them both that. It was a good football game. I really did enjoy it. The snow was fucking awesome. It was good to see a game like that again. Kind of brings you back to the roots a little bit. Just a NFL game in Ohio, man. Like, it was just a good game. Um, I did have the Browns yesterday, so that worked out for me. The entire world was on the Steelers, so obviously I had to go the Browns with no clear cut reason why. I just faded the public on a primetime game and it worked. Um, so what else? Who else did I have yesterday? I don't know. It was a losing day for me. I went 1-2 yesterday. 1-2 yesterday. So I was so close, y'all. My whole night almost changed. We had 3-leg parlay for over 1,200 odds, and they were all plus money, obviously. We had Brandon Miller for 30 plus points and rebounds. He cashed that. It was at like a plus 160. Then we had Chinnikov on the Columbus Blue Jackets for a point at a plus 115. We cashed that. Our last play was fucking Winston, 225 passing yards. The bum ends with 219. I was sick. I was sick, bro. Because that hitting that ticket would have changed my whole night. But that was the lotto I gave out for free in the Discord, and I really liked it a lot. I liked that ticket a lot. Uh, I did tell everyone to bet each play straight because I was like, I feel strong that two of them are going to hit. I didn't know what two, but I was like, I feel two of them are going to hit at least. And if you would have bet them straight and bet the parlay, well, you made out with a profit yesterday on that. So, but I wanted the plus. I wanted all of it. I wanted the plus 1,200. It was paying out like $60 for me. Oh my God, Harris! You told me that. I didn't touch Harris, but you told me that yesterday, Marcus. You're like, nah, fuck Harris, leave him alone. He just continues to fuck people up. All right. Let's get started, man. We only got a few minutes until these games start. So 11 o'clock games. We just talked about Bakersfield. Let's move on to Illinois, Chicago. We got UIC playing LaSalle. Um, so I like UIC this year. I do. They're not a terrible team. LaSalle's playing pretty good. They're 4-1 this year so far. Um, this is a tough game though. We gotta be careful a lot, especially these early games. So LaSalle's opening up. Well, right now they're laying at a 2 right now, and UIC is getting 2 points. We got a total of 149 locked up on both sides at a -110. You can grab LaSalle at a -130, and you can grab Illinois Chicago at a +110. We just cashed on UIC the other day. I think this is a reasonable line for LaSalle. LaSalle, I mean, they have issues, but so does UIC. I think these two teams meet up pretty well. And they didn't look great yesterday. I'll give them that. A lot of these games were played yesterday, guys. A lot of these teams today played yesterday because a lot of these games, if not all of them, are them tournaments like the ones in the Bahamas. You got the Charleston Classic going on. So almost all these games are going to be a part of those tournaments or showcases. I don't know, whatever you want to call them. But either way, man, I think LaSalle's defense is what's going to be the difference in this game. And for such a small number, I think we should ride with the better defense. And LaSalle has the better defense. I think on a back to back, that's going to come in big. So I'm taking LaSalle here to bounce back. I like I said, UIC got them. So give me LaSalle and a bounce back here at a -130. Just be careful with a lot of these games today, guys, especially some of these earlier ones. But we have a huge college basketball slate today, and it looks lovely. So I'm gonna give you guys a VIP teaser that I put in. Um, it's a 5 point teaser, and I don't normally do teasers in college basketball. So we're going to talk about it here in a second, but I want you guys to put it in now just in case. Take UAB, the -8.5, and put it with Ohio and Portland's over, and do a 5 point teaser. It brings it down to a -130. I put one unit on it. I like UAB to cover this original number, and Ohio and Portland both have zero defense. I mean, no defense at all. Um, am I worried about Portland not scoring? A little bit, but I think bringing it down to, a 144, I think they should be able to clear that. I could see Ohio probably reaching like, around the 80s, and I think Portland actually keeps up a little bit in this game. So I think we see a much better offense than what we have from Portland today. So give me the over 149, and then we're going to lay the points with UAB against Longwood. Um I think UAB straight up, honestly, guys, minus 8.5. That could be a VIP play by itself. I really like UAB in this game. But like I said, we'll talk about it in a minute. But I just wanted to give it to you because I'm probably not going to get to them by the time the games start. So that is a VIP play only for one unit just to get the blood flowing this morning. And so I have something on in the background on my TV. But yeah, we have a bigger game that we're about to talk about now. We have Drake playing FAU. You got Drake coming in getting 3 points. You got FAU laying 3 points. We got a total of 145.5 locked up on both sides. This is going to be a good game. This is a tough game. We know both teams are playing really good. Florida Atlantic's 4-2. Drake has yet to lose a game. It's at TD Arena. The line opened up at 4. We're not seeing too much movement, but it looks like people are buying into the Bulldogs here. I think it's FAU all day in this one. I like Drake a lot, and that's why it's so hard to pull the trigger on this one. I just think FAU is the more talented team. And if they did want to go into their bench, they have the ability to. Drake, they caught Miami on a bad night, bro. I don't give a fuck. They caught Miami on a bad night. Um, that is not going to happen here. There is no way that I am going to be backing Drake to pull off another big win like that. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Um, this FAU team can push pace. They can score 100 points in any given game. Um, and I'm telling you, man, they got shooters, boy. And Drake coming off of a big win like that, they're due for an upset. And you could tell the money's coming in on Drake because of it. Yeah, and I wouldn't even call this an upset because FAU is just the better team, and they're favored here, so it's not an upset. But this is a letdown spot for Drake after beating Miami. Yeah, let me get FAU here. You could take the money line for FAU at a minus 155. That's probably the route I would go. FAU minus 155, man. They ain't gonna bang back to back wins like that. No fucking way. And we're getting a good price because of what they did. All right. Next game we got. I'm gonna try to keep it moving pretty quick because we have we have a lot of games. All right, we got Longwood taking on UAB. So I just told you guys we are on UAB here. UAB's coming in as an 8.5 point favorite. You got Longwood getting 8.5. We got a total of 147.5, slightly favored to the under here. Longwood 5-0, man, 5-0. But let's put that 5-0 into context. They played nobody. So far this year, Longwood has played one of the easiest schedules in the country. Meaning, you go to Kempom and you look at their level of competition, they are ranked 340th in the country for level of competition they played so far this year. Meaning, they played a bunch of subdivision opponents or they played a bunch of teams that are below 300 when it comes to rankings. So they have not played anyone at all. This is going to be the toughest team they played so far this year. And to be fair, I think UAB has one of the best offenses in the entire mid majors. I think UAB comes in here firing on these boys. I think Longwood's going to get punched right in the mouth, and they're going to take their first loss today. UAB is too good to fuck around with. Like I said, these are UAB is one of my favorite offenses in the mid majors. They're fun to watch. They're big. They can shoot from the perimeter or they can play ball in the paint. It doesn't matter. This team can do it all. They played the much tougher schedule, and I'm sorry, but Longwood's offense is awful. It is fucking terrible. They have no way of keeping up. Longwood's defense is solid. I give them that. They have a decent defense, but their offense is terrible. And when you put a Longwood defense up against a UAB offense, I'm sorry, the offense is going to trump that defense 9 out of 10 days. I mean, or 9 out of 10 games. UAB's offense is going to come out on top. So I am comfortable laying this 8.5 here. Like I said, I put it into a teaser with the over in the Ohio and Portland game. I think UAB is a dangerous offense that we've really got to watch in the mid majors this year. I had UAB on my list of sleepers, so if you guys went to the website and you guys read my mid-major sleeper list that I wrote an article about them. UAB's on that list, and they're on that list for a reason, and that's because of their offense is serious. All right, let's keep it moving. We got Northwestern taking on FIU. So you got Northeastern. I'm sorry. I don't know why I put Northwestern on there. We got Northeastern taking on FIU. Northeastern's laying 5 points. We got FIU getting 5 points. We got a pretty high total here at 151, slightly favored to the over. This was another tough game, man. I mean, it looks like FIU should be like just the look here, but this team has been having a bad year. I mean, getting points with FIU looks good, but I can't do it, man. This is not a good team this year. They have looked terrible. And I can't step in front of this Northeastern team right now. They're playing really good basketball. Um, Honestly, I might even say they're a little underrated right here. I mean, you looked at FIU and they have not looked good when they stepped in front of any D1 team yet. They really haven't. They folded in front of every D1 team they played. The defense is terrible. These Huskies are not only winning games, but they are covering everything. They're 4-0 against the spread so far. Like, this is a sleeper right here. Northeastern is a good offense that has not looked like they're going to slow down anytime soon. I really like this team. They were not on my radar before coming into the season at all. But when we're talking about CAA play, watch this team, man, especially when we're getting down the stretch. Because it's going to pick up, and this team is only getting better. So uh and I know that this is it's not a home game for FIU, but it is a home game for FIU. It's in Fort Myers, so it's right there, man. It's right in their backyard. So they ain't got to travel, but it's not a home game for FIU, but it's still right in their backyard. But like I said, Northeastern is just a better team. I mean, I'm looking on Kempom, and they're just, dude, this is such a good shooting team, man. They really are. Their numbers are pretty fantastic. They played we just talked about that Florida Gulf Coast team. Northeastern, they beat Harvard, they beat Central Connecticut. They play Florida Gulf Coast next. They have Cal State Bakersfield on their list and Vermont. Um, they're averaging 78 points per game. They're shooting terrific from the perimeter. They got three double digit scorers on this team. They got two guys that are big as hell. I'm all over it, man. Like I said, they're 4-0 against the spread this year. I really like Northeastern here a lot. This is a really sneaky look, man. This game starts at 1 o'clock, man. Put Northeastern on your radar here. This minus 230 money line is 100% going to be going into a parlay for me today. Matter of fact, UAB starts at 12:30 as well. You put UAB and Northeastern together, it comes out to a minus 123. Man, that shit is love. I like that a lot. But you could lay the 4.5 with Northeastern here, I think. I think you could probably run this up to probably up about 9.5. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, we got the rematch, or well, not the rematch, but we got Miami taking on Oklahoma State here. We got Miami laying 4.5. We got Oklahoma State getting 4.5, and we got a total of 158. Slightly favored to the under. I'm not betting this game, but I will be paying attention to it. You guys know I'm a Miami guy. I love this team. And then taking that the other day was just, I don't know what happened, bro. I don't know if they got caught with their pants down, if they just played down to competition, whatever. But now they're stepping on court with another big dog. This is at the TD Arena still, so it's part of that conference or whatever they're doing. I do think we lay the points with Miami here, and it's not my bias. I just think they are the better team. I mean, that was definitely a slap in the face from Drake the other day and or yesterday, and I don't think they're going to come into this game sleeping on Oklahoma State after just getting slapped around by Drake. You know, I do think Oklahoma State showed, some really, they kind of exposed their hand a little bit against FAU is what I'm trying to say. Um I mean, you've seen a lot of shit with FAU defensively that Oklahoma State needs to work on. Miami still has one of the best offenses in the country. Like, you can't forget that just because they lost to Drake. That's going to happen sometimes. Drake is a team that makes the tournament and goes on runs. Like, we just seen it. This is a team who really does play up the opponents all the time. The Bulldogs aren't no slouch. Miami just got caught sleeping, man. I think they don't here. I think they come in and, gets blown out the gym because if Oklahoma State plays any kind of defense like they did against FAU, the Hurricanes can drop 100 points on them and not even look. So yeah, man, I don't know. Both teams are looking for a bounce back game here. I just feel like Miami, hands and down, is the better or just the better team. Period. They got the better offense. Oklahoma State showed some serious flaws in that defense against FAU. I mean, I just can't do it. You got Miami has a group of double digit scorers that can just go off at any moment. So yeah, we're not going to be looking at Oklahoma State here. They gave up 86 points to FAU. If you give up 86 points to FAU, you have a very good chance of giving up 100 to Miami. So yeah, man, we're going to be rocking with Miami in this one. I think Drake just caught them with their pants down. Oklahoma State really showed some serious issues with that defense against FAU, and they can't play even half as bad as that against Miami, or this game can get out of control really quick. And I think with them getting beat by Drake, I think we're kind of getting a steal on the price here. So we're going to be rocking with Miami in this one, man. We're going to lay the 4.5. I think it's pretty generous. All right. Good morning, Zach. Appreciate you being here, bro. Yo, how about that Baylor game yesterday, guys? That shit was intense. Oh my god. Well, at least if you were on Baylor, I took Baylor at halftime. I don't know if you guys remembered a couple years ago when they played. It was the same game. They were getting their ass beat in the first half. Fucking Baylor came back, won, and ended up going to the Final Four that year. And last night it took overtime, but Baylor still came back and won that game by one. So I took them at overtime, but I told my Discord to take them at overtime as well. At least my VIP I did, I think. So that was a good game though, man. I enjoyed that game a lot. All right, let's keep it moving. We got this is a good one too, man. We got Pitt playing LSU. Tough game right here, man. This is a really tough game. So you got LSU coming in 4-0. You got Pitt coming in. They haven't lost a game yet. They just look monstrous. Pitt is laying 7.5 on LSU here. It is at a neutral site, so keep that in mind. LSU was getting 7.5 points. Bro, it looks so good. 7.5 points with LSU right now. That looks so fucking good. Um, we got a total of 147. It's locked up on both sides. I mean, guys, uh, the line opened up at 5.5. First of all, line opened up at 5.5, so it's kind of getting away from us. Um, I have to go with Pitt. I have to go with Pitt. I think you buy it back down. I think you buy it back down to a 6. 6.5, but buy it back down to the original line. 7.5 is kind of getting away from us. It's a neutral site game. But this Pitt team is no joke, bro. They are no joke. They I mean, this is their first game away from home. I think this is no, this ain't LSU's first game, is it? I don't know if this is LSU's first game away from home or not, but I know this is Pitt's first game away from home for sure. But either way, we can't forget, man, this Pitt team, yeah, they're top 25 offense, they're top 25 defense. Like, this team is doing it all right now. They are so well rounded. Like, it's ridiculous. They're balanced on defense and offense. They have scored 83 points or more in all 5 games. Like, this is a serious team, man. Um, you know, now don't get me wrong, you know, the talent that LSU has, this is going to be Pitt's toughest game yet. You know, but we seen Pitt beat. Actually, no, it might not be. It might not be. This is going to be LSU's toughest game, but Pitt already beat Murray State and West Virginia. Murray State and West Virginia are both top 100 teams. So this might actually not be Pitt's toughest game. I could make an argument. I can make an argument for West Virginia, even Murray State, honestly. So yeah, man. I think this is, I give LSU a little credit for the comeback against Charleston Southern, but they struggled in that first half bad. Like, it did not look good. I can't do it, bro. I don't care how many points this is. I can't do it, man. Give me Pitt here. They are just a much better team. Way more balanced. I think Pitt is going to play consistent basketball too. Like, I don't think that this is just a hot streak. Do I think their shooting numbers come down a little bit? Yeah, they're shooting out the gym right now. You can't sustain them kind of numbers throughout the entire season. But I think they definitely keep them well above average. So yeah, man. We are definitely going to be rocking with Pitt here. Lay the points, bring it back down though to about a 6.5. Feel more comfortable with it that way. Um, maybe put Pitt in a teaser if you do college basketball teasers. I know, I don't necessarily believe in doing college basketball teasers all the time, but sometimes if you got like two teams that you're just a little uncomfortable with, or the numbers simply got away from you, you make a two-leg teaser in college basketball, and sometimes they really work out well. So here's a number that kind of just got away from us. If you caught the 5.5, I think you're in a really good place. So Zach, you're talking about the Baylor game, right? Yeah, dude, for sure. Both them teams are going to be fucking savages. I can't wait, man. We're already on the road to March, man. I can't wait. All right, let's keep it moving, man. We got Wisconsin versus UCF. So like I told y'all, we got some good games today. All right, so we got Wisconsin coming in. Again, guys, I'm going to be skipping a lot of good games. So if there's anything y'all want to talk about, um, please let me know. All right, so we got Wisconsin laying 5 points. We got UCF getting 5 points. We got a total of 148 locked up on both sides here. You can catch Wisconsin on the money line at a 218. You can catch UCF at a plus 180 here. Um, Central Florida's coming in. They're undefeated. I think Wisconsin's undefeated right now. The line opened up at a 3.5, so we got some heavy movement on Wisconsin here, and I think it's for a good reason. But again, the line's kind of getting away from us a little bit. I mean, Wisconsin is ranked 19 right now in the country, and like I said, they're undefeated. But they're going to be at a neutral site for this game, like most of the games are today. We just seen they barely got past Rio Grande Valley, man, and I knew because, dude, that team is actually solid. I've talked about it on the show that day, man, and I was like, "Yo, we got to take the points." I don't know if you guys remember that, but Rio Grande Valley was 17 or 18 point underdog, and we were all over them because this is a team that we had circled. So we're definitely keeping an eye on them. But they barely got by those guys. But then they had a really good win against Arizona. And it kind of counters itself, right? Because again, sometimes you get these good teams that just get caught sleeping, and it's going to happen. It's college basketball. It's going to happen. So I'm not really holding that narrow win to Rio Grande against Wisconsin because I don't think people realize yet how real good Rio Grande is, and I think later on down the road I don't think that narrow escape is going to look that terrible on the resume. I really don't think. They still pulled off the win. They had a great win against Arizona. They're staying undefeated. They're shooting the ball well right now. I think Wisconsin offense is really solid, man. And it's ultimately going to be the difference in this game. They just have the better offense, and I don't think UCF is going to be able to keep up. Period. So I'll happily lay the points here. Like I said, it, I wish we would have caught it at a better price, but it is what it is. I think I'm comfortable laying the 5 here. Or again, this minus 218 for the money line could be a really good price. I think there's a lot of really good money lines today. We got a lot of good teams that are at a minus 200, at a minus 250 money line that we can throw into parlays with each other. So yeah, I think Wisconsin's one of them. So I'm going to take Wisconsin here at the minus 218 on the money line. Use it as a parlay piece if you want, or you can lay the points. It's completely up to you, but Wisconsin is my play. All right. We got Temple taking on FSU. This is a game that kind of I went back and forth on for a while because I wanted to bet this game. I'm pretty high on FSU this year. I like Florida State. I think this team is good. I think they got a ton of talent. They just look good, man. And Temple has shown a lot of fucking fight, and that's why I'm really considering taking Temple here. Last game they faced Boston College, and they were super competitive in that game. They did lose, but they looked really good. The problem in that game was they gave up a lot of points. They gave up almost 72 or yeah, 72 points in that game, and Temple normally, wouldn't Temple usually has an okay defense. Florida, Let me see. I'm trying to see what Florida State is right now on Kempom. I know after that Hofstra game, that was a big bounce back, but Hofstra is so garbage, bro. So garbage. We were all over Florida State in that one. Yeah, they dominated in that second half. For some reason, I can't find Florida State on Kempom. It doesn't matter. I think we're going to take the points in this game, guys. I really do. I'm not in love with this game, man. Temple, like I said, it would not be I wouldn't it would not surprise me if Temple didn't win this game. Um this is an offense that can run with Florida State, man. And I think they're going to step up from that last game. That last game is now if Florida State would have went in there and if they would have beat Boston College, I would probably be looking at Florida State here. But since they lost that game the way they did and they gave up that many points, I could see them locking down here. I think this Temple's defense is a little underrated, to be honest with you. I don't think we've really seen what they truly do. And right now they're giving up 69 points per game. And I think this defense is way better than what it shows. Right now, they are ranked 151 in the league right now on Kempom. Their offense is ranked 141. Florida State's offense is ranked 234 in the league, and their defense is ranked 80th in the league. Look, I'm back in Temple here, man. I like Florida State a lot. This is a team we're going to have circled, but I got to back Temple here. I think them losing that game to Boston College is going to put some pep in their step. This is a team that is averaging 80 points a game. I think they have no problem keeping up with Florida State. I mean, Florida State's defense is obviously the better defense here, but like I said, I think Temple's defense is super underrated right now. I don't think people really see how good it is yet. So we'll see today if I'm right or not, but because this is going to be a decent test for them. But see if they can run with Florida State's defense, because Florida State's defense surprisingly has been the better, the thing that gets them through really. All right, so we're going to be rocking with Temple in this one. What's next? We got Utah playing Utah Tech. We got Utah laying 24 points here. I mean, this, in my opinion, this should be a fucking massacre. I mean, I don't trust Utah Tech, man. This Utah team is fucking good, bro. At least I think they're good, but this is a lot. This is a lot of points. So Utah's laying 24 here. Utah Tech is getting 24. We got a total of 155. It's locked up on both sides. I'm laying the points. I'm laying the points with the Utes. This team just blows other teams out the water. It's what they do. They strive for it. They don't take their foot off the gas. When they're in non-conference play, we see it year after year. They do not. They simply play these lesser teams and just destroy them. It's what they do. Um, Especially like I said, when you got non-conference teams playing them, like Utah Tech. Um, so this Utah Tech team, they like to shoot threes. Okay, they live and die by the three. But here's the problem: they are one of the worst three-point shooting teams in the fucking country, and they continue to shoot threes. So uh, go ahead and do that if you want against Utah. You're going to get buried so fucking quick. I think Utah just blows another bad team out the water here, dude. It's Utah all day for me. Lay the minus 24 here. Utah Tech is just going to continue to shoot threes, and they don't make them. So yeah, when you shoot the amount of threes that Utah Tech shoots and you're not making them, you get buried very quickly. All right, next game we got uh Southern Illinois taking on Florida. Is that what that says? Florida? Yep. All right, so let me see if I can find this bitch on. All right. These are my boys right here, man. Southern. I got two teams right here that I really like a lot, man. I like the Salukis, I really do. But Florida, I told y'all before the year started how good this Florida offense was going to be, and man, I did not lie to y'all. This offense is serious. Um, so we're laying 18 points here with Florida. We're getting 18 points with the Salukis. We got a total of 156 and a half, slightly favored to the under. I can't touch this game. I can't. I want to take the points, but Florida has a chance to come in here and really beat up on these boys. I mean, the Gators have looked good so far, man. You can't say they haven't. You know, they have, what do they got? 5 straight double-digit wins so far. They demolished. I mean, they really did Florida A&M dirty in their last game. I mean, them boys could not miss, bro. If you watch that game against Florida A&M, I swear to God, Florida could not miss. I mean, it was disgusting. You almost felt bad for Florida A&M. Now Southern Illinois, I'm telling you, man, this team they've been fighters. The problem is they're not consistent. This is a team that they can show up and shoot lights out, or they can show up and look like complete dog shit. Um, you know, they have been scoring though. I mean, they've hit almost 70 in all of their games. Um, the problem is the talent discrepancy in this game is just way too much. They're just going to be overmatched. This is not a good game for Southern Illinois. So for the full 40, there's no way they keep up. I could see early in the second half, maybe like, 3 or 4 minutes into the second half, we really start to see that gap grow. So the minus 18, I see Florida winning this game by 20 something. So I'll lay the points here with Florida. Actually, let's look real quick at. I want to look real quick at Florida's team total real quick. Damn. They got it at 87 and a half. That's pushing it. I was thinking like 85 mark around there, so it's a couple points out of range. That over 68 and a half for the Salukis might be a really good bet. I don't think they have gone under 69 or 70 in any of their games yet so far. And to be fair, Florida's all about offense. I don't want to necessarily say uh they have a terrible defense, because I don't think their defense is terrible. But I'm just saying that they are more of a offensive team than they are a defensive team, Florida. So I think maybe the Salukis team total might not be a bad look in this one at all. All right. All right, let's keep it moving. Hey, you guys are quiet today. All right, so the games have already started. Bakersfield. You got Bakersfield in the lead right now by 7. I mean, Gulf Coast in the lead by 7 right now. UIC and LaSalle are neck and neck. It's 29-30. Florida Gulf Coast looks to be starting to run away with this thing, man. Better be careful. Better watch them. All right, what we got next? Big dog battle here. We got Nebraska taking on Creighton. What time is this? 8 o'clock? Okay. We got Nebraska coming in as a 10-point underdog. They are putting a lot of respect on Creighton on this one, wouldn't you say? I mean, I'm not that big on Creighton this year, to be honest with y'all. I like them. I think they're a good team, sure, but I mean, I don't know how I feel about this one. I honestly haven't been paying too much attention to either one of these teams, guys. I haven't been paying too much attention to Creighton. They're not a team that I really had circled this year, or Nebraska. We know Creighton's a good team. They're just a good ball club. They're a good program, man. And they're always going to be a good basketball program because they can recruit very easily. They're always well coached. It's not easy fading a team like Creighton. It's really not. But laying this big number against a Nebraska team is something I'm not sure I can do. I'm trying to pull them up now, so give me a minute. So they are yeah, see, that's kind of what I figured. So they are undefeated, but they're not covering. They're 1-3 against the spread for Creighton. I mean, Creighton is 11 point, and this is home for them. So Creighton is home. That might make the difference here. I mean, this is still a top 60, top 50 team, Creighton, right? I mean, they're shooting the ball extremely well. They're right around 22 when it comes to field goal percentage, free throw, and rebounding. Nebraska has a really good defense, but they can't shoot. That's their problem. They're bottom. They're bottom 100 shooting percentage, man. Creighton looks like they're going to be way too much for Nebraska in this game. All right, we're rocking with the Blue Jays. I don't like the fact we're laying a big number like this, especially that they have not been covering yet this year. Um, but this is a game I'm not really comfortable with. I haven't been paying attention to either team, so it's hard for me to really gauge this one. I'm going off of Ken Palm, and it just looks like that Creighton is just a much better shooting team. Their numbers are terrific. They're winning games. Nebraska just does not have an offense, um, and that's what worries me. They just don't have an offense. Be careful with this one, but our lean is going to be Creighton, guys. All right, we got Iowa taking on Utah State. Iowa's laying 3 points. Utah State's getting 3 points. We got a total of 168 locked up on both sides at a minus 110. Um, I mean, this total. So we got 168 on this total here. I mean, it's an Iowa game. I mean, so automatically you want to think over. At least I do anytime I see Iowa on the court, I want to think over. Hawkeyes are always a good shooting team. Um, I just don't know about a 168, guys. That's a high ass total. Um, Give me the Aggies here. You know, you look at these two head to head. It's 1-1 right now in their previous two games. Both teams, they both games went over the total. By the way, both games went over the total. Where is it? Is this at Hawkeye? No, it's at the T-Mobile Center. All right. Yeah, I'm taking Utah here. I'm taking Utah State here. I the Aggies are top 15 in shooting, rebounding, and Iowa's defense is really non-existent. So you got a team that can shoot and play decent defense. They got the rebounding advantage, um, and you got Iowa on the road. Nah, this is a high caliber game. I mean, if you really think about it, this is a high caliber game. And you got two teams that are averaging 100 points a game. So the difference here is Utah's defense, Utah being home. Um, I expect Utah to be way too much for Iowa's defense here. That Iowa's defense, man, is just it's not terrible, but it's not great. The Aggies are just playing such good basketball. And getting them as a dog here almost feels criminal, honestly. Yeah. Top 15 shooting percentage in the nation. I'm all over it. Give me Aggies here. They win this game outright. Utah wins this game outright. So, and it's funny, there's money actually coming in on Iowa. Um, yeah, the line opened up at a 2. It's now favored 3 in favor of Iowa. Sadly, I don't get money percentages or nothing like that. In college basketball, it's hard to find anything on social media to find where the public's on or whatever. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I like Utah here, man. I actually like them a lot. God, bro, look at their fucking. They have been balling. The lowest score they have had so far this year is 95. What a great team, bro. All right, we're back in Utah State here, man. Give me the Aggies plus 130. I don't think Iowa has a defense that is going to be able to match this, man. I might have talked myself on to betting this game, honestly. All right, we're going to skip that one. Colgate. Mm-mm. Oh, I got next. We got George Washington. All right, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 more games to go over in college, and then we'll do NBA. All right, so we got George Washington taking on Kansas State. It looks like. I don't know why I wrote this one down. I'm not betting this game. I know I definitely like George Washington here though, but I gotta find the line. A lot of people are going to be on Kansas State here. Kansas State's laying 8.5. George Washington's getting 8.5. We got a total of 149.5. I mean, I could see Kansas State winning this game, but this is a lot of points for a game that's going to probably be low scoring. I mean, seriously, neither team shoots the ball well. Kansas State just has a name. Wildcats, they rank bottom half in shooting percentage. I mean, go look at George Washington. They're one of the worst 3-point shooting teams in the fucking nation right now. Like all 4 of these with the last 4 games these two teams have played have all been unders and been pretty close. Like no way, man. Give me the points. I like the under as well. The under is going to hit in this game. There ain't no fucking way they got this at a minus. They got it up to a 149.5 now. The line opened up at a 144.5. Take the under, man. 149.5 is ridiculous. Neither one of these two teams can shoot. And with a total with the spread at 8.5, with a game that's probably going to be high 130s, no way. That 8.5 is good. I think the under is probably your safest bet here. Let me see. I'm about to tell you right now what these teams are ranked on KenPom. Uh, so you got Washington. They're ranked 117th in the nation when it comes to offense. They are 67th in the nation when it comes to looks like defense, allowed points per game, 67th. Dude, they are 353rd from behind the arc. I'm telling you, they are a terrible 3-point shooting team. Don't expect any threes from George Washington in this game, okay? None. They are awful. Um Kansas. Trying to find Kansas State now for you. All right, so Kansas State's defensive, they're 81st. Their offense is ranked 203rd in the country. Terrible offense. And then even them, they're 225th from behind the arc. Yeah, man, we're on the under in this game. No fucking way. Both these teams have terrible offense so far. And to be laying 8.5 points with Kansas is a crime. I mean, Kansas State. Give me George Washington here plus the points, and I like the under 149.5. The fact that it's moved up fucking 5.5 points is ridiculous. All right, we got Rice taking on Houston Christian. This is another one where I don't know if I should give y'all this or save it for VIP or what, but this line is almost criminal. I don't know how the fuck we are laying 11.5 points with Rice. Like, where do they even get that number? Houston Christian can win this game outright. Like, I shit you not. I just don't understand. Houston Christian now has Craig Doughty leading this team. He's their coach now. And the program did re-gut itself. Like they have all new guys on here. But the thing is, the team is pretty experienced. They got talent on this team. This matchup, we see this matchup a lot. They play almost every year. Rice and Houston Christian, and it's competitive every fucking year. It's competitive. I understand this is a new team, but you got Rice is the worst 3-point shooting team, one of the worst 3-point shooting teams in the country. They're one of the worst free throw shooting teams in the country. They're on the road laying 11.5. Like, I don't get it. I mean, they're ranked 302 in the nation when it comes to free throws. Their defense is bad enough to keep them from being a team to lay points with on the road. I look for defense when I'm trying to back a team on the road, especially if they're a favorite. You got to have defense if you're on the road laying this kind of number. And Rice don't have a defense. And in a close game, you need someone who can shoot their free throws. Rice is, like I said, 302. 300, they're ranked 302 in the nation when it comes to free throw shooting. No way. Houston Christian plus 11.5. It's a VIP play for me. I think they went outright on the plus 550, man. Don't be scared of that. We do not shy away from plus money, y'all. Not in college basketball. If I think a line's fucked up, I go with it. I think Houston Christian can win this game outright. So plus 550 on the money line. We're going to take the 11.5 here. Um, you could probably wait. The game don't start until 8. I bet you this line continues to grow. I bet you the line continues to grow. I'm about to see where it opened up at right now. What time did I say this game started? 8. So it's already moved up 1.5. It opened up at a 10.5. So by 8 o'clock, we might get a 12 on here. So I would wait. This line ain't going to go down. I think this line only goes up. So I would wait. We might get a 12, 12.5. All right. That's my dog of the day right there. Houston Christian is my dog of the day. I think fucking Dottie comes in here and I think he's going to build a team. I don't think they're going to be anything too special this year, But in the near future, if he stays, I think he has a good chance to really build something. I mean, he's got talent on the team right now. You know, it's just getting them to start working together. I think they're going to be fine here against this Rice team. I really, really do, man. I think the Huskies got a really good chance to win this game outright. I really do. They gotta minimize them turnovers. That's what they're going to need to do. They need to minimize them turnovers. All right, let's keep it moving. We got Mississippi State playing SMU. We got Mississippi State. If I can find it. I don't see it. I'm trying to refresh the page. Mm. Yeah, I don't see it. Oh, here it is. Never mind. All right, it's minus 1.5. SMU is getting 1.5. We got a total of 159. It's slightly favored to the under at a minus 112 here. SMU comes in 4-1. Mississippi State has yet to lose a game. We have been watching both of these teams. At least I have. We've been paying attention to them. They didn't look, they didn't look too great against Prairie View, SMU. The Mustangs really scared me. They really scared me, man, because they looked horrible to start that game, and we were on SMU versus Prairie View. They ended up winning, and ended up looking really good in the second half. But really, that game was all their rebounding. In the second half, they looked really great. They had 14 turnovers in that game, but they still shot extremely well. SMU is off to a good start. They're shooting the ball well. They have not went under 70 points in any of their games so far. I like SMU a lot, man. I think this is a good team. Mississippi State, they played Utah. They didn't look great. You know, this is a big team though. I feel like Mississippi State is like a big team, and SMU rebounding the way they are, I think they match up super well with them. Because most of the time Utah bullies people in the paint because they're bigger. Well, now you're playing a SMU team that can rebound the ball just as well. Um, this is going to be a battle of the boards, hands down, no questions asked. It's going to come down to who is going to rebound better, and I personally, I think SMU is the bigger and tougher team. I think they're going to be able to bully Mississippi State in this game. They're going to be more physical. And like I said, it's going to come down to a battle of the rebounds. And I think SMU has the advantage there. So give me SMU, especially at this price. We're going to be back in SMU in this one. I like what I've seen from them so far. Like I said, that Prairie View A&M game scared me in the beginning, but they really cleaned it up in the second half and just ended up really dominating it. So give me SMU in this one, man. I think they can really take advantage of Mississippi State in this one by just being the more physical team, and that's what I see in SMU. They're just a physical type of team. They're big and they use their body a lot more than Mississippi State does. That's for damn sure. So, and we kind of seen that in the Utah game that they kind of struggled to shoot when they played Utah, right? Yeah, they might be able to grab them boards, but I mean, what does it matter if you can't shoot? And that's where Mississippi State's problems lying is they can't really shoot. So I like SMU here. I think we're getting a good price for them. All right. Got a couple more games and then we'll hit the NBA. So we got Norfolk playing Grand Canyon. Man, I hate to say it, man, but I'm not giving up on Grand Canyon yet, guys. I'm not. I'm really not. I was mad the other day. You know, Grand Canyon made my article, the one I was telling you guys about the mid majors. Grand Canyon made my article this year to be one of the sleepers. I do think we lay this monster number today against Norfolk. I really do. Grand Canyon's laying 18 and a half points here. I mean, I don't think anyone right now in their right mind would back Grand Canyon laying 18 and a half points, but that's exactly why we do it. Norfolk is getting 18 and a half here. We got a total of 145, slightly favored to the over. I can't pass it up. I mean, this looks like I've been waiting. Okay, I've been waiting for a good spot to back the Antelopes, and I think this is it. I really do. You know, this is a great get right game for GCU, and I think they show up. I mean, think about it, man. This team is way too talented and way too experienced for the type of game that they've been playing to continue. I mean, they losing outright to ASU and even UC Davis is not acceptable. You guys are way too fucking talented to be losing them games outright. You guys were favored in both of them. And this is a team that is fucking coached by Bryce Drew. Like, what are we talking about? Like, there is no way he's going to put up for that shit. This team is probably working double time because of them losses, man. Uh, it's just a team with way too much talent, way too much experience. They got way too good of a coach. Um, and they've been turning over the ball a lot. That is one of their main problems is they've been turning over the ball a shit ton, and not guarding the perimeter has been another really big problem for Grand Canyon. um so I expect to see a big change in them things in this game. This is the perfect bounce back spot. They have a humongous rebounding advantage in this game, and I think they're going to take advantage of that. um because recent games, you know, because of their performances in recent games, there's a little value here, I think, you know. In a game that normally would be anywhere between 23 to 24, we're only laying 18 and a half. So I'll take it, man. I'm laying the points with Grand Canyon here. um i I think this is the get right spot. And if they lose this game by, if they win this game by anything less than double digits, I'm putting them on the back burner. They will be off of my they'll be off of my list. We will not be back in GCU anymore. If they lose this, if they win this game by 9, they are still on the back burner. I don't care. There is no excuses why Grand Canyon cannot win this game by 20 points. None. All right. We got Duke in Arizona. I don't know where the Houston game is, but I want to go back to that game real quick. So Houston's playing Hofstra today. I didn't put it on the list, but this is a game we have to talk about because I told you guys we're going to be fading Hofstra a lot this year, and we just faded them literally the other day against Florida State, right? And I don't know if you guys are in here, but if you were in here, you guys remember why we faded Hofstra against Florida State. But Hofstra, they're getting 28 and a half points in this game. Houston's laying 28 and a half points. Monster number. And we got a total of 132, and it's locked up on both sides. Like I said, we faded Hofstra the other day against Florida State because because Hofstra has no true ball handlers at all. This team turnovers the ball at a incredible rate, and Florida State plays that type of ball. I mean, they play that tough Leonard Hamilton defense, and that's exactly what Florida State brought. And what happened? Hofstra gave up 23 turnovers in that game. Now they're playing Houston, who is Florida State's defense on steroids, right? I mean, you might as well say that Florida State's defense is dog shit compared to what Houston's about to bring today. So if Florida State made Hofstra give up 20 turnovers, imagine what Houston is going to do to this team. Um, they already Houston already ranks number two in the country uh in forcing turnovers. They have a huge rebounding advantage in this game. They are a top five offense, number three in the country when it comes to 3-point shooting. I mean, this Houston team is for real. Um, they should dominate this game start to finish. This is going to be a 35-40 point win from Houston. I don't think Hofstra even sees 40 points in this game, honestly. I like Houston a lot here. I know it's a big number, but I think this is just one of the ones you lay. And anytime you're laying a number like this, the back door is always wide open. So be careful. But I can't see Houston losing this game by anything less than 30 points. I think they dominate Hofstra here. I can't see Hofstra hitting 40 points. I really can't. So I skipped it, but I had to talk about that game because I think Hofstra is a team that we have on our list to fade, and Houston is just we just seen them against Florida State, and I'm telling you, this Houston offense, our defense is not even in the same light year as Florida State. And Florida State, Hofstra made Florida State's defense look like the best defense in the fucking country. So just keep that in mind when we're talking about Houston here. This team is for real. They are shooting the three ball so fucking well right now. Their defense is monstrous. They're huge. Like this team is crazy. Houston is like the Monstars out there. All right. Last game I want to talk about. Duke and Arizona. So I did an article on this game. It's actually our feature game of the day over at the website. So it's our basically our free play of the day over at the website is this one. Pretty excited about this game, man. We got two really good teams coming in. Arizona, 2-1, Duke 3-1 right now. The line opened up at a 1.5. It's now still sitting at a 1.5. We got a total of a 161, and that's where we have the movement. The total opened up at a 155.5, and it's now all the way up to a 161. Like that is massive movement towards the over. And I get it. I see why we have so much movement to the over. We got two great offenses here. Um, you know, I mean, I just don't know. Arizona, man, they really just got punched in the nose by Wisconsin. 15-point loss to Wisconsin is crazy. Um, you know, they're bad from the outside. Like they just look terrible. They looked terrible from the perimeter. And they're known to be a good 3-point shooting team, Arizona. I don't know if it was just that game or if that's something we can see coming from them in the future, but 4 of 23 from the perimeter is unacceptable. You are not going to beat any of these bigger teams when you're shooting that badly. I don't even think that's 15%, right? Well, it'll be a little more than 4 of 23 will be a little more than 15%, but regardless, you can't shoot that bad. You're not going to win anything, especially if you're playing a Duke team. So I mean, Duke really they 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 really didn't shoot that good neither, though. I can't remember who they played. Kentucky, I think it was. They lost to Kentucky, I think. Let me look. I know it wasn't nearly as bad as Arizona's loss, though. Arizona's loss to Wisconsin was just a real like eye opener. Yeah, it was Arizona. Duke lost to Arizona by 5 points. So They also shot terrible from the 3 point in that game as well. But it was a 5 point loss to Kentucky. I kind of get it there. They were kind of blown out from the Blue Devils. They have three blowout wins so far. They were just completely overmatched to them. The one team they did play was their step up against Kentucky, and like I said, they shot terrible from the three. They were damn 4 for 24. Go figure. 4 for 24. What the fuck? That's a little crazy. Yeah, let's Arizona was 4 for 23. And then Duke was 4 for 24 in their loss. Either way, man, I think Duke's the better team. I do. I think Duke is the better team. I think that Arizona is gonna try to be aggressive on the glass. I just don't think they're gonna be big enough. I think this is going to be a great game no matter what. Both teams looking for a bounce back. This is going to come down to straight, it's just who wants it more. That's what this game is going to come down to. Who wants it more? I think Duke wins the battle of the glass. I think Duke is the better team on paper, and I think Duke is the better team in general. So I think whoever forces more turnovers obviously is going to really help them. Arizona does seem like they're the better rebounding team, but I want to see them go up against Duke here, man, and see what happens. And also, obviously, both teams are going to shoot much, much better from the three than they did in last game. So I can kind of see this line, this game going over, but the way it moved up, all the value in the world is on the under in this game. And I know it sounds crazy because you got Duke playing Arizona, but the books open this bitch up at a 155.5. It's now up to a 161. The value is on the under. So we'll leave it at that. I like the under in this game, and I like Duke. I think Duke walks away with a win here. So take Duke on the money line. All right, let's move over to NBA. So yesterday, um, damn, bro, Ohio's starting to blow these boys out the water. 30-17 right now. Drake and Florida Gulf Coast is putting it to Bakersfield, man. They are putting it to them. So is UIC. UIC's putting it to them as well. We're looking good for the over so far, though. If Ohio keeps shooting the way they are, holy shit. 30-17. We need Portland to step the fuck up, though. But right now, the over is looking really good in that game. If you guys took that teaser, and then UAB starts at 12:30. That teaser's looking good so far. We'll see. We still got a lot of time, but if Ohio continues to shoot the way they are, we're going to be all right. All right, we're moving to the NBA, and then I'll get you guys up out of here. Yo, I'm sorry, I'm using Jackson again for the NBA. Yesterday, yesterday I asked Jackson, the AI bot I use. I asked him. I was like, what is the most plus money bet that is most likely to hit tonight? I worded it something like that, something crazy. And it gave me Brandon Miller's points and rebounds and PRA over 30 and a half or over 29 and a half at a plus 360. I don't know if you guys seen it, but Brandon Miller snapped last night. Absolutely went bonkers. So that was a fantastic call by that goddamn bot. And again, this bot gives you weird plays, man, like CD Lamb's rushing yards, but they fucking cash. I don't know. All right, first game we got on the board today is the Celtics taking on the Wizards. I don't know why DraftKings ain't loading. I don't know how we did in the NBA yesterday. I didn't go back and rewatch the show yesterday like I normally do. I know some of our props were spot on, though. Some of our props were fire yesterday. But I don't know how we did on sides. I got pro. I got pro for Jackson Prolific. So there's actually now you can use light tier. If you have light tier, you can use pro when you're on the chat. You can actually use pro. Now you just got to switch the button over. But when you're having the bot do the research for you, I don't think you can use light with pro. I think it's only when you're on the chat. All right. Celtics. All right. So game starts at 7 o'clock. We got the Celtics at a -116. You got the Wizards at a +16. You got a total of 236.5, slightly favored to the over. Um, I mean, this is a big number, man, but I'm laying this shit with Boston. It opened up at a 14.5, so the number is getting away from us. But Celtics they are a consistent team. Like, that's all there is to it. They are one of the more consistent teams that we have in the NBA right now. Celtics are still missing Porzingis, obviously. I mean, he's going to be out for like the rest of the season, I think. Wizards, looks like Bagley is questionable for this one, but I mean, no one notable. Like I said, the Celtics have been one of the more consistent teams in the NBA, man, and they're coming into this one with, I mean, they just beat the Cavs, you know, so it's kind of hard to argue that the Celtics are not the best team in the NBA. Cavaliers took their first loss to the Celtics, as kind of we all expected. If it was going to happen, it was going to happen in that game. The Wizards have been one of the worst teams in the NBA. I don't trust this Wizards team, man, at all. They got blown out by the fucking Knicks. 9 straight losses, bro. 9 straight. Like, what are y'all doing? They already lost to the Celtics by 20 points in the beginning of the season. I mean, we knew the line was going to move. We knew it. Yeah. I'm on the Celtics here, man, but I think this is just where you kind of take a prop, but you got to be careful because this will be a blowout, and Celtics players will be sad. So you got to take that kind of into context because you gotta watch because I've been getting fucked over bad with players and them getting sat down because of blowouts. PJ Washington, uh, take that bum under. His threes, whatever you can get, take them under. Can't stand PJ Washington, dumbass. I do like Draymond Green, though. His points and assists over 14 and a half. Well, I don't. The bot does. Over 14 and a half. He's expecting to get 17 tonight. Uh, this is hitting 8 of the last 10 games. So Draymond Green's points and assists over 14 and a half here. The over's at a -115. Jalen Johnson's PRA, 32 and a half. He's projected to get 37 PRA tonight to hit in 7 of the last 3 games. All right. Wait, why am I talk? Why do I always do that, bro? I always just read what the bot has, and it's not even the same fucking game. I always forget to type in the game that I'm looking at, and I just start naming players. All right. So what game were we talking about? We are talking about the Boston game. Okay, here we go. I did that yesterday. I was just naming whatever was on the screen, not even fucking thinking. And I'm like, did I just say fucking PJ Washington when we're talking? And I go and look at our screen and I see the Celtics, and I'm like, hold on. All right, so we got Boston and Washington here. Jaylen Brown is what comes up. Uh Jaylen Brown's rebounds and assists over 10.5. It's hitting 7 of the last 3. I don't really like that one though. I'd rather take Jaylen Brown's like PRA or something. Or like Drew Holiday or something like that. I don't know. I don't like that one. All right. Next game we got. You said it lost by 3 last time they played? I don't think so, bro. Let me look. Maybe it was the last time they played, but I know they lost to. I know they lost. I know the Celtics beat them by 20 already this year, bro. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I don't see it. I don't see what game you're talking about, bro. But I could be wrong. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see it. I just see the game in the beginning of the year. And Celtics won by 20. All right, next game we got the Nets and the 76ers. All right, we got the Nets at a plus 4.5. We got the 76ers laying 4.5. We got a total of 214 locked up on both sides. You got the 76ers at a minus 185. You got the Brooklyn Nets at a plus 154. All right, man. Nets been good to us. I mean, I've been talking about the Nets since the beginning of the year. This is a team that I got a lot of respect for. They're young, they're hungry, they're covering numbers. I could care less if they're losing games. I could care less if they're losing games. As long as they're covering. And if you want to get down to it, the fucking 76ers haven't even won 3 games. Like, bro, give me the fucking Brooklyn Nets here. This is disrespectful as fuck. The only problem is that I feel like it's going to be a very public play. And that's why we've jumped off of the Nets lately because now they're starting to hit the spotlight. You know, they are watching Claxton, questionable here. 76ers, obviously, Paul George. It looks like Lowry's on the list. Um, the Nets, man, I mean, the Nets, don't get me wrong, they were struggling before, they got that win over the Hornets. But they've been balling, man, and they've been covering numbers for us. Like, it's hard for me not to look at the Nets here. I have zero respect for the 76ers. Absolutely zero. They have continued to just be kind of a joke, man, to be real with y'all. Kind of a joke in my eyes. You really it's hard to back either team with confidence. I'll say that. But at least I know the Nets are going to go out there and actually give a fuck about something. I mean, I'm taking the points here. 76ers, man, I don't even know. People are going to argue with me. Yeah, they should be favored against the Nets here. It does not matter. They're home, blah, blah, blah. I don't even think they should be. Honestly, I don't even think they should be. And if they were favored, it should only be by 2, if that. Philly is ass prolific. Like, bro, I don't get it. The crazy thing is, and this is another thing that's really making me not want to back this now. Fucking Nets opened up as a 6.5 point underdog. They are now a 4.5. So fucking figures the public is on the Nets, and this is why we backed off of them because no one likes a public dog, man. But it's just facts. The fucking 76ers are a joke, man. They're a bad team. They're not playing well. They have lost 6 of their last 7 games as favorites. Last 6 of their last 7 games as favorites. Like, they have failed to cover the spread in 7 of their last 8 games. Come on, man. We're all over the Nets here. I'm trying to find anything else that's going to back me up on this one. I will say one thing about the Nets, they don't play well in the first half. So if you are a little interested in the 76ers, I would say you fade the Nets in the first half. That's where I would go. But other than that, I like the fucking Nets here. I mean, I wish I would have caught that 6.5. All right, let's see what Solomon Jackson. Mm, I am for real. My boy Cam Thomas likes the assist to go over 2.5 tonight for Cam Thomas. Problem is it's at a -175. It also is like Schroeder's steals, 1+ steal at a -188. Maybe you parlay that shit together. Cam Thomas 2+ assists with Dennis Schroeder 1+steal. Parlay it together, it's at a plus something. I don't know what though. But that's what it likes in this game. All of its better ones are all unders. Cam Thomas rebounds under 3.5 at a -148. He's only projected to get 2 tonight. The under has hit in 8 of the last 10 games. It likes ba, 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 ba. That's it. That's all it really likes. This game has no prop set, but it's probably because it's going to be a lower scoring. The last 4 games between the Nets and the 76ers all have gone under, which is crazy. Well, last 8 games, I'm sorry. 6 of the 76ers' last 8 games have gone under the total points. It looks like 4 of the last 5 have gone under between the two. Um, oh wait, there was one back in 324 that went over. It went way over. All the rest have gone under. So one, two, three, four. 4 of the last 5 have all gone under between the Nets and the 76ers. So just putting that out there. I just told you. It was Cam Thomas rebounds to go under 3.5 tonight is what Jackson likes in this one. Cam Thomas under 3.5 rebounds. All right, next game. Warriors versus Pelicans. This is another one that should just be easy pickings for us here. Warriors have done nothing but make us money. This is a money making team. This is a team that's 11-3 going up against the Pelicans team that is absolute dog piss. The line opened up at a 9.5. So we do got a little bit of issues there because this line is moving super quick. It is now favored. The Warriors are now favored 10.5 here. We got a total of 221.5. So expecting a bit of a lower scoring game in this one, especially for a Warriors game. But I mean, I can get it. I like Golden State here. There ain't no way around it, bro. We do not back the Pelicans. I say this every time we talk about a Pelicans game. We don't back them. We just don't. Pelicans are fucking horrible. And now you're saying McCollum, Ingram are all fucking questionable? No way, man. No way. I'm not, and with that, this line is kind of telling, is telling that they are, yeah, Pelicans are missing most of their starting lineup, man. Give me the Warriors, man. There ain't no way we're not backing it. Give me the Warriors here. This was an easy one for me. Warriors all day. I mean, sometimes you just got to go with what you know and what's been working. And fading the Pelicans have been working extremely well. The Warriors have won their last 10 games against teams that have held a losing record. Um, there's just so much. The Pelicans have not covered this spread in 12 of their last 15 games. Like, come on, bro. I like Steph here. I do like Steph. Steph has dominated on the road against the Pelicans. Where's Steph's fucking points at? Oh, they're tripping nuts, bro. They got Steph Curry at 25 at a minus 105. Fuck out of here. We're laddering Curry up to 30 plus. 35 plus for Steph Curry tonight is at a plus 550. They're out of their minds. They got Steph Curry at 40 plus at a plus 1300. They got him at a 30 plus at a plus 225. Bro, come on. I love that, bro. I love Curry's points tonight. Love them. Here, let's see what the bot says. But I already know I'm on Curry. I don't give a fuck what the bot says. It likes Trey Murphy points and assists to go under 20 and a half. He's only projected to get 15 tonight. And this is hit. The under has hit in four straight games. Draymond Green points and assists to go over 14 and a half. He has gotten this. He's projected to get 17 tonight. This line has gone under in 8 of the last 10 games. So Trey Murphy's points and assists to go under, Draymond Green's points and assists to go over. And I'm telling y'all right now, Kerry drops a 30 burger tonight, if not 40. I'm personally betting the 35 and 40. All right, let's keep it moving. We got the Pacers and the Bucks. All right. Oh my. You got the Pacers getting 5.5. You got the Bucks laying 5.5. We got a total of 236.5, slightly favored to the under. Milwaukee's a minus 218 here. Pacers are a plus 180. I mean, tricky business here, man. We got to remember it got these little tournaments going on and shit right now. So we always got to keep that in mind. The Bucks are actually not playing bad ball, man. We backed them the other night and they got it done. Uh, and that's something I don't normally do. I actually made the Bucks my featured article of the night the other night, and they got it done. I'm gonna go back to them here, man. I like them. I mean, they got wins of their 4 of their last 5 games. That one loss was a last second foul against the Hornets. That was some complete bullshit in my opinion. They should be 5 of their last 5 right now, but that foul came in and they lost to the Hornets, which was just complete bullshit. The Pacers, they're a team that don't play defense, and they're not playing well right now. They've lost 4 of their last 5 games. Uh, I mean, go look at what they've given up in their last few games. It is almost ridiculous, bro. 130? Are you kidding me? And then you do it back to back? No, man, we ain't backing the Pacers right now. They're still banged up. Neesmith's gone. Nimhard. I mean, Giannis, he's listed as questionable for this game, but I don't care. I still like the rest of this Bucks team the way they're playing right now. I mean, yeah, sure, Giannis dropping almost triple doubles helps, but I still think they're going to roll. There's good vibes going on with the Bucks right now, and they they're at home. I'm backing them here, man. What is the Bucks team total too? Because Pacers are just refusing to play defense nowadays. They got that bitch up there. They got us 120 and a half on the Bucks today. 120 and a half on the Bucks team total today. I'm not loving it, but we're going to lay the points with the Bucks. I think you use the Bucks money line as a parlay piece as well. I don't love them as much as I did the other night, but I still think they're a good look today. I'll tell you one thing. Siakam has been balling out of his fucking mind. He is playing such good ball right now, bro. Siakam is. His rebounds and assists is at a 10.5. I don't know about that. I'm a little cautious there. Uh, I don't know where I want to go in this game. Let's see what Jackson says. Brooke Lopez, take his rebounds to go over. He's projected to get 5 tonight, but his line is at a 4.5. That mean is not good, but it's hitting 7 of the last 3. If Giannis plays, it likes his rebounds and assists over 18.5. He's projected to get 19. I don't like that neither because that has not hit in 7 of the last 10 games. He has not gone over his rebounds and assists. Um, Lillard's rebounds to go over 3.5 is at a minus 148. He's projected to get 4 tonight. This is hitting 8 of the last 10 games. I do like that. I do like Lillard's rebounds, but we're going to stay away from props in this game. I'm not really liking anything at all. Halliburton is a fucking bum. Bum with a capital B. Bum. You want to talk about Tobias Harris, Marcus? Halliburton does me so dirty, bro. Every single time I take him, he does me dirty. Every time it does not matter. I think I'm 0 for 4 with Halliburton this year. Oh, I shit you not, bro. Oh, 0 for 4 with Halliburton this year. So he's a fucking bum. He is on the ban list. I'm not backing Halliburton anymore. I really don't like any props in this game, and neither does the bot. All right, let's keep it moving. We got the Blazers taking on the Rockets. We got the Blazers getting 12.5. We got the Rockets laying 12.5. And we are in Houston. That means we are laying the points with the Rockets. We do got a total of 225.5, slightly favored to the under. Um, I'm back in Houston, man. I'm back in Houston here. There is no. I told y'all I wrote a script this year for the NBA, and so far I've been sticking to the script, and it's been working, man. We fade the Hawks, we back Houston at home, and we. I mean, that's 2 of my main ones right there, man. We hate the Pelicans. Nah, bro, facts, bro. He's banned, bro. He is banned. He's a bum, Marcus. He's a bum. All right. So we do got movement coming in on the Trailblazers on this one. The line opened up at a 13.5. It's now down to a 12.5. So we definitely got some sharp money coming in on the Trailblazers tonight. Because the public's not backing them. Trailblazers, I mean, don't get me wrong, they are a good covering team. They're 9-5-1 against the spread this year. So would it be surprising if this team made it a game, especially getting double digits? No. Um, I do think that the Rockets are just a team that is extremely talented, man. They're young. They look like they're really learning how to play together. They are one of my favorite home teams in the NBA. They're 8-2 straight up, and against the spread in their last 10 games. They are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games as a double-digit favorite. There is so much to like about the Rockets, man, when they are at home. Like, they are just a team that continues to win us money. And this is more one of the more riskier spots to back the Rockets at home. I know it's against the Trailblazers, but you guys got to understand we don't care about a team that wins games. You can win a game all you want. If you're not covering numbers, I could give two fucks about your record. Like, seriously. And to be fair, Portland is covering numbers, man. They're actually covering numbers really well on the road and at home. So you got to watch it. This is one of the spots where I would be like, I like the Rockets a lot, but this is one of the ones where I would kind of bet light on just because the Trailblazers have the ability to scrap. They really do. They are a scrappy team, man. So watch out for them in this one. I think this is going to be a good game. I think you could probably take a bunch of props in this game. I think that probably goes over. It's at a 225.5. I could see this game going over. Um, Trying to think here who I want to take. I mean, Sengun and on Sengun is always a good bet, man. At least in my opinion, he's always a good bet. There's a bunch of guys that I like to bet on the Rockets. I'm trying to pull up head-to-head numbers right now. Like I said, Sengun's triple double, I mean double double is probably juice to the gods, but that's always a really good look for the Rockets. Jalen Green is a money machine, man. He's been a monster for me, and he plays super well against the Trailblazers. So tonight, Jalen Green's where I'm going. I'm going back to Jalen Green tonight. He's hit 26 points in his last 4 games against the Trailblazers. And I can tell you right now, without even looking at his numbers, that his line, just from me betting Jalen Green so much, his line is nowhere near 25. I can promise you all that. So that means that we have a very good chance of him hitting his line tonight. But let's go see where it's at anyway. So Jalen Green, well, it's a little more than I thought. 20 plus at a minus 120. You could catch his 25 plus at a 245. That's where we're going. Give me Jalen Green for 25 plus points tonight, bro. 245. Let's go. I like that a lot, man. You can go ahead and get his 18 at a minus 185 and parlay that with something. That's a good parlay piece, man. That 18 plus, 20 plus straight up minus 120, and then 25 plus at a 235, man. Ladder Jalen Green tonight. We're going to climb the ladder. Jalen Green, Steph Curry, ladder time. So we got Steph Curry for 35. We got Jalen Green for 25. Yeah, we're building a lotto. Let's see if I can find another one, man, moving forward. Let's see what the bot likes in this one. If I can get it to work. Why is it not coming up with the games? Oh, okay, that's why I just switched off. All right, it likes Van Fleet. It likes Fred Van Fleet steals over 1.5. Problem is, it's at a minus 175. It like, oh, you piece of shit. It likes Jalen Green's turnovers over 2.5 at a minus 135. It does like Sengun over his assist, over his rebounds and assist. So yeah, we're going to stick with mine on this one. We're going to stick with Jalen Green over his points here. And I'm about to add it into the thing too because I am making a lotto for the show today with the NBA. So far, we got Steph Curry and Jalen Green's points, but they're laddered. So we got Steph Curry at 30 plus. We got Jalen Green at 25 plus, and we're at plus 988 so far. So we'll see what else I cook up here moving forward. Only got a couple more games left. We got the Hawks taking on the Bulls. Your Chicago Bulls. So we got the Atlanta Hawks taking on the Chicago Bulls. You guys already know the deal on this one. You got the Bulls. They're not having a great year, 6-10. The Hawks are even worse. Chicago Bulls opened up as a 1-point favorite. They are now sitting at a 1-point underdog. So the script has flipped. The Bulls are now a home underdog against the Atlanta Hawks. And my God, do I like fading the Hawks. Fuck Atlanta. That's all I'm going to say, bro. They're balls. They are a terrible team. They're even worse on the road. The Hawks, yeah, they need a win. That's for damn sure. I mean, they got destroyed, man. They got destroyed, man. And they continue to get destroyed. I mean, it's just what they do. This is a bad, bad team. And the Bulls actually show a little bit of fight. I mean, yes, the Bulls are struggling. They're not the best team. They're not like no world beaters. But for them to be an underdog at home against the Hawks is just disgusting work. Absolutely disgusting work. There is no reason why the Bulls should lose this game. I like the Bulls here. I think this is well, it should be a regular win, but now I think the Bulls are going to upset the Hawks since the public likes to back the Hawks so much. They are now a favorite. So we're going to be rocking with the underdog in this one, the home dog. We're going to be rocking with the Bulls. Yo, Chicago Bulls. I can't find nothing. No, I can't find any trends to back me up on this, man. I'm looking. The only thing is, the Bulls are 19-6 after coming off of a loss at home. So when they're at home and they're coming off of a loss, they are 19-6 on the money line. That is the only trend that I see that is backing us here. So be very careful with this game, man. All right, let's see what the bot says, and we'll keep it pushing. I don't like this game at all. Jalen Johnson, points and assists, PRA, PR, RA. I mean, it likes Jalen Johnson out the wazoo tonight. Every single prop that it has is on Jalen Johnson. So when I see something like that, normally I will go with the PRA. Jalen Johnson's PRA is at 32 and a half. It's at a minus 120. He's expected to get 37 tonight. This line is hit in 7 of the last 10 games. So Jalen Johnson's PRA over 32 and a half tonight is what the bot likes. That's what we'll stick with in this one. All right, let's keep it moving, man. We got 2 more games. 2 more games. We're almost there, guys. Almost at the finish line. All right, we got. What game did I say we're talking about? Mavericks and the Nugs. This is another easy one for me, man. And you guys know I love the Mavericks. I do. I like the Mavericks a lot. But listen, man, we do not fade the Nuggets at home. You just don't do it, bro. I know the points look so good with the Mavericks here. I can make a million reasons why we should back the Mavericks in this game. Um, but I can't do it. I mean, I think it's pretty telling too that we know Luca's out, right? So I think it's still pretty question like I see Joker questionable for this game, but the line is kind of telling that he's out. But then again, you still got to factor in the fact of Luca being out, right? So it's kind of hard to judge this line. I mean, I think it's correct where we got a 4 point difference here, but I think it would be a lot closer to even if Joker wasn't playing. So I think this line is indicating that Joker's playing. Now he wasn't at practice on Thursday for his wife having a baby, but he should be back in tonight. Uh, obviously keep checking the reports, but I don't know how long like a paternity leave works in the NBA or nothing like that. But normally when a player has a baby, they usually snap when they come back, right? They usually have like a huge game. Um so I'm going to assume that Joker's not in this game, but the line is telling us he is, in my opinion. Um I like the Nuggets either way, man. The Nuggets beat the Grizzlies without Joker. Now I know that they have a huge injury list and all that, but you can say the same for the Mavs right now by missing Luca. So now the Nuggets are at home. I mean, the Mavericks have guys who can lead without Luca, sure, but you can't jump in front of the Nuggets at home, man. You can't do it. It's something I won't do, even without Joker. But I think Joker's going to be playing this game, and I think you should grab the line while you can. I would grab it at this short line because as soon as people start finding out that oh Joker is playing, blah 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 blah, then the line probably goes up. But of course you're gambling, so just be careful. Watch injury or look at injury reports and see. But as far as I know, you know I don't know, but the line tells me he's playing. All right, we got the Kings and we got the Clippers to end our night. So we got the Kings coming in as a 3 point favorite here. Clippers are at home getting 3 points in this game. I mean, this is just a nasty game. The Clippers at home haven't really been shit. Obviously the line, someone's out. I don't know who could be out for this game. The line opened up at a 6.5. It's now at a 3. All right. So the Clippers are having, 3 straight wins. They're playing good ball. It does look like Powell is still out. So I don't know, man. The line doesn't really make too much sense now that it does. When it opened up at a 6.5, that really didn't make much sense because I still think the Clippers, shouldn't be that big of a favorite against anybody. I don't think this team is that good. I think the Clippers are extremely overrated, even being at home. I don't. You can I think the Kings, DeRozan and Sabonis is supposed to be coming back. Malik Monk was at practice on Thursday. He was suited up and everything, so I don't get it. Why are we getting so many like the line has kind of replaced itself, I guess, but for the line to open up at a 6.5, it kind of tells me now that it's down to a 3, that's what it was, right? That these guys got rolled back in. So they are playing tonight. I don't see it anywhere, but that's what it's telling me. It's telling me that they will have, probably DeRozan, Sabonis, Monk, they're probably all playing for the Kings. So you got to take that into consideration here. I like the Kings in this one. Give me the 3 points. I think they win this game outright. Uh, oh wait, the Kings are favored now. My bad. That's what happened. Okay, so the Kings opened up as a 6.5 point underdog because their line was because no one was listed as playing. Now these people got listed as playing, and the line flips to the Kings as a 3 point favorite. Got you. Okay, now I get it. So I'm on the Kings here. Three points, I'll lay it. They're minus 162 on the money line. I like that as well. That's a good parlay piece right there. I like the Kings a lot here. The Kings should absolutely whoop up on the Clippers, man. Yeah, they won 3 games straight, but like I said, Clippers are always overvalued in my eyes, man. All right, let's keep it moving. I like what you did there. I see what you did there on that one, Marcus. I see what you did there. I like that. All right, man, let's get out of here. We're done. I gave you guys my VIP play already. We're going Houston Christian, man, money line. I also made a parlay for you guys. Parlay is Jalen Green, 25 plus points. Stephen Curry, 30 points. So that comes out to a plus 988. And then you're going to go and take Houston Christian, the Huskies, take them with the points, and that plus 550 money line looks good as well. All right, man. Appreciate all you guys, man. Everyone, we had about 100 people in here today. Appreciate every single one of y'all that stuck it out from beginning to end. This was an extremely long stream today. 2 hours long, man. I'm beat. I'm about to go watch these games and get something to eat. We had a huge card today. I think I covered everything. I gave you guys a VIP play, gave you a big lotto. All I ask is when these plays hit, man, shout me out, bro. Shout me out. That's all I ask. You guys, the VIP's been sitting there the whole damn show. I ain't got to tell you guys. $10 for a month, you can't beat it. We're on a winning streak right now, so tap in, man. Get involved. It's the best way you guys can show support, man, or just simply let people know about the show. All right, man. You guys have a great day. I appreciate every single one of you guys, man. Tomorrow is college football Saturday, so we're going to have the show starting early around 10 o'clock, maybe 9:30. And then obviously Sunday, I am going to have a couple guests on for us. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, bright and early, for another Plug Talk, man. Appreciate every single one.